Margaret Carhill, I guess I want to compliment Sinn Féin on putting this very timely motion down, and it's interesting that the first time we ever stand up to our independence, Minister Donnelly flees like snow off a ditch, and that's his responsibility is to answer this House and listen to all sides, but that's a mark of what he thinks of other deputies in this House. Listen, this is more, this freeze here is actually closing the door when the horse is bolted and the horse is long bolted. He's gone to Donegal or somewhere because the spending chaos, and to see today, the Cabinet had to approve one billion today. 1 billion to try and block a hole for this year, and even though the department wanted 1.5 billion, so there's actually zero accountability in there. So the lowest hanging fruit then, and Minister, you should hang your head in shame, both of you, that nurses and home helps, and the lowest of the people, they're not saying low in any particular derogatory form, the most wonderful, as I said earlier, voluntary ONTUC, and the staff that do tremendous work across our hospitals, and we have all these plans enrolled out all over the year. We have heard what the IMO have said about freeze. We've heard what the IMO have said. We know that there was a commitment last year given to junior doctors. They were on who do total work and keep the health service propped up. And they were promised so many recruitments. So where does that lie now in tatters? What good is having an agreement made with people when unilateral decisions like this can be made? And they won't look at where the waste is, the scandalous waste at the top. As I said, what about the previous commitments to different kind of boards were rolled out and different kind of initiatives rolled out, the strategic working orders and advisory committees, bring all these people, as he did with Sláinte Care. And Dr. Hartley, when he's one of our colleagues here, chaired that, and when he came in here to introduce you, threw him under the bus. Both Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, Sinn Féin, everybody threw him under the bus. As I said, thousands in waiting for home help. Our elderly people and people who carers are trying to care for them, and sick and vulnerable people waiting for home helps. And the policy the last 2 years has been, approve them in nearly days of the application going in, knowing that there was no one to fill the job. A total three-card disgusting trick. Just conning the people. Oh yeah, we'll give you the help, we'll approve that, no problem. But there's no one to do it. And that's the meanest and the lowest people that built this country, that brought us all into this world, and have worked so hard and paid their taxes. And I said, we pick on the weakest sector then, in spite of the Secretary General, the money he's on, in spite of the senior managers and the money they're on, the funding they're on, obscene funds, and the CEO and everything else, obscene, with no accountability, absolute zero accountability for any actions. And some actions, and a lot of good work goes on in the HSE, don't get me wrong, an awful lot of it. And but the amount of misadventures and non-adventures and tragic deaths and mistreatment of people, and no accountability. And a man in my office yesterday, and my goodness, to listen to him, and he can't even get his file or his papers. He's gone to Freedom of Information and he can't get them. It's shocking what's going on. And can I just ask then, would there be any hope at all that someone might do an audit as to the property owned by the HSE and the property rented? Because we have hospitals that had 1,000 people, St. Luke's and Clonmel in it, not that wicked long ago, 30 years ago, and now it's full of offices. We have hospitals all over the country. We've sent Bridges now that he closed, Minister Butler closed, and up the road from her, and her own patient using it in Carrick-on-Shore. And now what's inside it? More clerical staff and other kind of fiddly-faddly, whatever's going on, and a whole white elephant right beside it, empty, that they built a so-called primary care centre. And the con that's going on, and the spin, and as I said, they have property everywhere, and property rented everywhere. What's it all for? I don't know. How did they manage when they hadn't this property? How did they manage when they hadn't the legions of secretaries and middle managers? How did they manage then, the HSE? And there were good treatments and good people in it. And there's still many good people in the HSE and Department Head. Many, many good people. Frontline, but they've been blackguarded. And been blackguarded by successive governments and successive ministers. Harry Stout, I might tell you. And been blackguarded. You know that yourself. I saw her Minister Rabbit was reported to have stormed out of a meeting with some officials recently. I don't blame her. More of that needs to happen because the officials aren't held to account. and held to account, only pushing paper and appointing new layers of management and management and management and management and management and management and paper and paper and paper and no service for the people. It's a shame under our Irish Constitution. It's a crying shame for the people that fought to get us our freedom in this country, that this kind of monstrosity could gobble up the whole system of the HSE. Two former Taoiseach, Fianna Fáil Taoiseach, told me they disbanded Taoiseach Ahern and Taoiseach Cowan when they were Taoiseach, and it's still going on and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and less services. Thank you.